Had never imagined this. 10 years after leaving the capital, he had finally managed to free himself from the princess's grip. What he didn't expect, however, was that upon his return, the princess would once again propose to him. It turned out that 10 years ago, the country had been attacked by a massive number of monsters. Jack, who had always despised Princess Lisa, cancelled their engagement, citing the reason that he might die in battle. Afterward, Jack collapsed after defeating the monsters. To save the dying Jack, Princess Jenny of the Elves took him back to the Elven Kingdom. Later, they fell in love and made a contract. However, Jack, unable to control his powers, could only stay in the Elven Kingdom to recuperate. Now, Jack had secretly returned to the capital with his daughter. One day, while Jack was buying snacks for his daughter, he was recognized by the people of the capital. Reluctantly, Jack had to use teleportation magic to escape. After the war, Jack was regarded as a hero, but Jack seemed to dislike this title. He just wanted to live a normal life. The power of the nobility repulsed him. The princess had used her influence to forcibly make him her fiancé. After Jack refused due to the war, she had deliberately used the royal family's power to send Jack and his father to the front lines. In the end, Jack's father died in battle, and Jack was brought back to the Elven Kingdom. After hearing about his father's tragic fate, Lucy started to comfort her father. At that moment, Jack's former bodyguard suddenly appeared. Jack had planned to escape with his daughter, but at his daughter's request, he stopped. Before the bodyguard could speak, Jack introduced his daughter. Soon, Jack learned from the bodyguard that because of Jack's brave actions, his family had been granted a noble title by the king, and the head of the family was Jack's younger brother. So, the princess forcibly made his brother marry her. Thus, the princess became the duchess. The bodyguard had come to take Jack back home, but Jack did not want to see the princess. However, his daughter wanted Jack to return home. If he didn't agree with her request, she planned to ignore him. So, in order to avoid his daughter's dislike, Jack agreed to her request. But before that, Jack had to do something. Jack then went to the church. Using a teleportation magic circle, he summoned his wife, who was in the Elven Kingdom, directly to the church. Under the witness of the priest, they officially became husband and wife in the human world. Seeing this, Jenny used magic to create diamond rings for her parents using the carbon element in magic. Then, she cast another spell to give her parents the blessing of the goddess. After doing all of this, Jack was ready to face the princess he disliked. To protect his wife and daughter, Jack sent them back to the Elven Kingdom. However, just as Jack returned home, the princess came running down the stairs, only to accidentally trip and fall down. At this point, the situation was very awkward, but when the princess finally got up, she rushed toward Jack again. Seeing this, Jack showed an expression of disgust. However, the princess, far from being heartbroken, publicly confessed her love to Jack. What Jack didn't know was that his wife had witnessed everything. She immediately decided to use fire magic to burn the princess alive, but luckily, their daughter stopped her in time.